Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about a few things and some of the things that I picked up, and I hope you enjoyed the skit of me picking up the hard drives from the underground. I do have a Coinbase referral if you're in the United States. I do believe if you use that, you will get your $10 and I will get my share. It'll work in both our favors if you haven't signed up with Coinbase yet. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you guys are updated on the latest and greatest news that I have to offer to you. I want to thank you guys and I appreciate all you guys always coming here and joining me with this. Stay with me on this one. Alright guys, so first I want to announce that I spoke to my boss. He said that he's going to stop paying me my annual salary every 2 weeks, so I'm not getting a check anymore. So his reasoning is instead he is going to buy me every 2 weeks a lotto ticket equivalent to how much I'm supposed to get paid. I thought about it for a second, and gee, did that remind me of something so familiar. I hope you guys got that one. But anyway, I wanted to go through a few things. I picked up the additional hard drive from my buddy. So he did get 3 of these hard drives, and what really threw me off is the packaging within the packaging, because we actually did get these similar Seagate hard drives, 8 terabytes, but for some reason Costco likes to put it in additional packaging above it. So talk about the amount of paper that they're wasting plus the plastic. I don't get that one. On a sad news, my harvester machine, just like my rig, but it's not an NVMe, it's actually a SSD hard drive, a 1 terabyte that I was using for temping, and for some reason as it was temping it failed to write to it. So for the 2 plots I just got error messages saying that it's going to retry every 5 minutes. So I went in there to clear some of the stuff out, and unfortunately did not fix it, so I have to start the plots all over again. But before I actually start the plot, I am going to have to shut down that machine, only because coincidentally I did not anticipate that SSD drive to start giving me issues. But I did go and micro send it to pick up this PCI NVMe adapter. I am going to plug this in with this and start using this as my temp drive opposed to the SSD that I already have in there, and I'll find a way to utilize that 1 terabyte drive to do something else, maybe even to just store plots temporarily or use it as a backup temp drive. Okay, so because it gave me issues already, and I'm sure because of that these drives are not going to last that long. So I'm really trying to anticipate how long I could stay in the game for. Another thing I actually got, and I think it has to stop very soon. So as I'm walking down the aisles in Micro Center in the external hard drive section, and lo and behold I see another 16 terabyte all lonely sitting there by itself. So I could not have passed this one up, but unfortunately the $260 price tag that I paid like about maybe 3 weeks ago by now is not on sale anymore, and it's at $314.99. That's the very unfortunate thing. So what I'm gonna have to do with this one is take it out in enclosure and throw it into the rig so it matches. Now I would have 4 16 terabytes in that drive, and plus I'll throw in something else just to fill in the other slot. And the reason why I actually went to Micro Center, no reasoning to buy any of this stuff, meaning the PCIe card and the NVMe, and I had no anticipation of getting this 16 terabyte. What I did originally go there for was to pick up these headphones that were free. So again, on Facebook, they offered a free headphone. This is my second one. The first one I got was in the white. Now this one they're giving away in black. It's the same headphone. I already have one, and my wife actually uses it. And it's not a bad headphone, but only problem is it's for kids. It doesn't say that, but the damn thing is so tiny. Like, it's like, you would think it's like only for kids. I also went to go pick up my 10 terabyte drive that is filled with plots right now. So I will need to have to plug this in and have the farmer start looking at it so we can see where we are with all that. I am currently at 357 plots and still farming with nothing to show for. Haven't run into any issues. I actually see, if you look at the last attempted proof, they are showing that I have 5 on one of my harvesters and another 18. Actually, no, I close out the window. So one thing I learned is if you close out the PowerShell window in the harvester, if it's not doing anything, it no longer shows, which is kind of weird, right? Because you have to have the PowerShell window, even though if it's not plotting, in order for it to communicate back to the farmer. That's what I'm seeing right now. Maybe you guys should take note of that. That's something new to me. I never knew that. Spent another, I don't even want to say it again, but I think it's like 4 or 5. Well, this was 315. This is 1, so that's 415. All right, so 420. All right, this is 17.99. So 420, maybe with tax, like 450 or so. I think that's it. I think I'm stopping there in regards to buying hard drive, because you just saw my last video. I bought 2 8 terabytes at Best Buy, and I didn't even anticipate that. I still have the B&H 2 14 terabytes on back order. I may cancel that because I don't know when that's coming in, and I think I sort of have enough drives right now. Since the pools are delayed, I'm still keeping some of these hard drives in reserves for the pooling once that is officially announced. I'm hoping that worth the while to wait. Let's just see what the current XCH coin price is right now to see if it's even worth the time and effort. Again, like always. Wow. It jumped. It's at $1,637.49. That's as of today, the 15th of May. So $1,637. With those numbers, yes, I would say it's still a reasonable goal to achieve if you want to continue plotting. Of course, there's a lot of factors because I'm throwing tons of stuff, and I'm noticing my hard drives are starting to fail. So there is some issues there, and it's only been 3 weeks. I only noticed it with the temp drive. Whatever temp drive I have, one of them is starting to act up on one machine and the other one's acting up on the other machine. And it's causing failures in my job plots. So if it's failing my plots, I'm producing less each day. And if that continues on, there is going to be a pretty high percentage that I'm losing X amount of plots based on our calculations of what we were supposed to produce, because sometimes it could just fail at any random time, in the middle of the night, and I'm not here actually looking at it. It wouldn't be till the next morning that I finally figure it out. So no matter what dashboard or whatever I have wouldn't do me any justice, because I'm not going to be sitting in the front of a machine 24/7 to monitor all this. So when that happens, it's like, oh, tough luck. I lose 4 or 5 plots or more, because if it sat there for like more than 4 or 5 hours, tough luck, right? Resume it back, and hopefully the drives are good. Spend very little time trying to do a quick format on the drive to make sure that it's working. So far I did it once here and I did it once there. The other thing I noticed, a lot of people complaining about that when plots are temping to these drives, it's not clearing out the drive, and it's causing the plots not to be able to continue on and finish off what it's supposed to be doing. So that's a bug. That's another bug that needs to be addressed with these temp directories not clearing on its own after it finishes a job. And now it's like you have this 1 terabyte drive like half filled, but you have like 5 other plots trying to run, and it's not going to happen because there's no more space. So who takes precedence of who goes first, right? Or they could just all fail. And that's the problem that we have been experiencing. If you're into this deeper every single day, you're learning more and more. So am I. I just want to give you guys my experience in regards to that. I am picking up new hardware to accommodate, but I can only do it for so much longer. Like I said, it's only been like less than a month going into this, and I'm experiencing hard drive failures. Once this starts happening more often, there may be a point where I'm like, oh my God, I can't. I just have to lose some, right? If I lose a NVMe drive, there may be a point where I'm going to have to scavenge to get one back. But how many times am I willing to do that in that short period of time? Because, there's articles in regard to Chia farming. It's killing the SSD drives in a matter of like months or month. You have to take all that into consideration. Again, this is not a give up any means. I am still going very bullish on this. So I'm trying my best to make sure all my hardware, all my plots, and all my farming abilities are still top notch. Hope you guys can do the same. And thank you again for always being here, staying here with me, and make sure to sub, comment, like, share, whatever it is, because it helps me grow, and I'll try to help you along the way as well. Thank you guys for being here.